Hey guys, welcome back to the movie summary. Beginning of the movie, we see a girl named Catherine. She gets married to a man named Alexander. Alexander is very rich and he is also a little old. Catherine, on the other hand, is from a poor family. His father married his daughter to Alexander for money. After marriage, Catherine lives in a big palace. At night, Alexander approaches Catherine and tells her to take off her clothes. Catherine also takes off all her clothes. But Alexander doesn't get physical with her. And they both sleep on the bed. One day Catherine sits by the window and thinks that she is not allowed to go outside in such a big palace. And Catherine's servant, Anna, stays with her all day. She treats Catherine like a little child. The next day, Anna comes to Catherine's room, opens the windows, does all the work in the room, makes sure that Catherine does not sleep until Alexander comes, and Anna is also responsible for giving Catherine a bath. Catherine does not like this at all. One night while having dinner, Catherine leaves from there. Then Alexander's father Boris comes to Catherine and says, "I don't like you doing this, don't do it again." Catherine says, "I'm sleepy and I have to go," and leaves. But Boris tells Anna to make sure Catherine doesn't sleep until Alexander arrives. In the bedroom, Anna makes sure Catherine doesn't fall asleep. After a while Alexander comes to the bedroom. And he tells Catherine, "You turn to the wall and take off all your clothes." Catherine does as Alexander says. Alexander then do handjob at Catherine's back. After that they both sleep on the bed. Now Catherine feels like a prisoner in that house. One day, Alexander tells Catherine that he has a work and will not be home for a few days. On the other hand, Boris also has work, so he also goes out for a few days. Now Catherine and Anna are the only ones at home. Now there is no one to stand in the way of Catherine. So she goes out and comes back. No matter how much Anna tells her not to go out, she doesn't listen. One day Alexander's workers all undressed Anna and enjoyed with her. Then Catherine goes there and frees Anna. There Catherine sees a worker named Sebastian. She likes him very much and asks him to come to the room at night. Sebastian also goes to Catherine's room that night. But Catherine stops him first. Sebastian forces her. After a while Catherine surrenders to Sebastian. Later they both get together on the bed. Catherine likes Sebastian because she doesn't get physical with Alexander. Since then, whenever they get time, they have private time together. One day Anna sees them while they are having on bed. She goes and tells the church father. Then father asks Catherine about this matter. For that, Catherine talks strangely with the father. A few days later Boris comes home after finishing his work. Boris's favorite drink is almost gone. Catherine finished the drink when Boris went out. So he gets very angry with Catherine. One day father approaches Boris and tells about Catherine's affair. Then Boris angrily goes to Sebastian and beats him up and locks him in a room. Knowing this, Catherine goes to Boris and asks him to leave Sebastian. Then Boris beats her too. Catherine gets very angry with Boris and wants to kill him. So she poisons Boris's food. And so Boris dies. Catherine conducts Boris's funeral as Alexander is far away. Now Catherine feels like a free bird. There is no one to stop her. From now on, Sebastian and Catherine used to spend time on bed whenever they wanted. One night they both get physical and lie on the bed. Then Alexander comes there on horseback. Catherine wakes up hearing the sound of horse and looks out to see Alexander's horse. Soon she wakes up Sebastian and hides him in the room. Then she prepares the bed neatly and sits. Alexander comes into the room and talks to Catherine. Alexander says to Catherine, "I know about your affair with Sebastian." After hearing this, Catherine bravely takes Sebastian out and spend time with him on bed in front of Alexander. Seeing this, Alexander gets very angry and beats Sebastian. While they are both fighting, Catherine kills Alexander with a rod. Later they both buried Alexander's body in the forest. Catherine also shoots Alexander's horse and buries it. Because Alexander had a horse, so everyone knew he was here. Now Sebastian and Catherine live together before Anna. There is no one to stop them. But a few days later a lady came to Catherine and said that Alexander had an affair with my daughter, so they had a baby boy named Teddy. The lady also takes Teddy. And she says that now Alexander's died, which means this whole property belongs to this boy. Catherine replied that her husband did not die, he went on work for a few days. Then they will stay in the same palace, saying that we will stay here until Alexander comes. A few days pass like this, and Sebastian doesn't like it at all. One day Catherine and Teddy have a fight. In anger, Catherine scolds Teddy. Then Teddy runs away from the house in pain. Later everyone in the house is looking for him. Finally Sebastian finds Teddy near a river. Then he brings him home. That night, Catherine tells Sebastian that we need to somehow get rid of Teddy, who is standing between us. Sebastian also says okay to that. One day, while Teddy is sleeping, Catherine puts a pillow over his head and kills him. Later as Sebastian is burying Teddy's body, he sees the little boy and cries. He decides to tell everyone what happened. Later he tells everyone that, me and Catherine killed Boris Alexander and Teddy. Then they ask Catherine about this matter. Catherine says that I didn't do anything, Sebastian and Anna did all these things together for the property. Although Anna has nothing to do with this matter, Catherine also involves her in this. Hearing this, Anna is shocked and unable to speak. All the members there believe Catherine's words. Sebastian and Anna are sentenced to prison. Catherine will now be the sole owner of the entire property. This is how this movie ends.